The lawyer pushed the last document across the table. Her hands shook as she reached for the pen, not from nerves. No, that kind of trembling happens when you finally grasp what's been done to you and realize who's been playing you for a fool. I stayed still, composed, watching her. "You're not going to fight?" she asked. A faint smile appeared on my lips. "Why would I? I've already won." 2 years ago, I wouldn't have recognized myself in that moment. Back then, she was everything to me. Rachel. Smart, captivating, beautiful in that dangerous way that made people overlook her sharp edges. We met at a mutual friend's wedding. She enjoyed my dry wit. I admired her fiery spirit. We didn't just fall in love, we made it seem effortless. We created routines. Coffee at 7:15, Sunday runs in the park, little notes tucked in lunch bags. She'd kiss me goodbye saying, "Don't wait up if work runs late." I never questioned it. Love blinds you. Began small. Jokes about a work husband at her office. A guy named Brian. "Don't be so dramatic," she'd laugh when I raised an eyebrow. "It's harmless. Everyone does it." "Professionalism is key," I'd say, hiding a flicker of doubt. But late nights grew longer. Weekends at team retreats suddenly excluded spouses. And her phone was always face down. The turning point was the company picnic. She nearly didn't invite me, claiming it would be boring. I insisted. That's when I met her, Anna. Anna was pretty in a subtle way, with sharp eyes that wasted no motion. She was introduced as Brian's wife. I caught the flicker in her smile when she shook my hand, something held back like she knew a secret joke. An hour in, Rachel disappeared somewhere with Brian. I found Anna by the drinks table. We made small talk, then out of nowhere she asked, "Does Rachel spend a lot of late nights at the office?" Her tone was too casual. I returned the question. Anna's lips curved, not in amusement but in understanding. We exchanged details. Dates, team retreats, unanswered texts. By the picnic's end, we had pieced together a timeline that overlapped too perfectly. The kind of symmetry that twists your stomach. That night, I didn't confront Rachel. Anger demands immediate reaction. Justice requires patience. The next week, I began collecting not just texts and call logs, but financial records, shared accounts, spending habits. I quietly took stock of everything. What belonged to her, what was ours, and what she would lose. I opened a private bank account, transferred my key assets, and stopped paying off her debts. Anna was doing the same. We met twice more, sharing updates like war strategists. We didn't need to plan revenge together. We just needed to keep our boundaries clear and steady. At home, I played my role. Smiling, asking about her day, pretending to be interested in Brian's hilarious stories. She never noticed the calculating look I hid behind my coffee cup. 3 months later, the first domino fell. Anna filed for divorce. Quietly and deliberately, she let Brian believe it was sudden disillusionment. No mention of Rachel. Yet she secured the house, custody of the kids, and half of his savings before he understood her timing. Rachel comforted him naturally. More late nights, more whispered phone calls. She thought she was careful. She thought I was unaware. I let it play out. Let her feel safe. Then it was my turn. I had already consulted an attorney who specialized in high-asset divorces. I'd gathered irrefutable evidence of infidelity, bank transfers for hotel stays, photos from Anna, even a receipt for the team retreat spa package Rachel charged to our joint card. I filed the day after our anniversary. Timing matters. When she was served, her face drained of color. He tried shock first. "You can't be serious." I slid a folder toward her. Dates, receipts, photos. "You'll want to review these before speaking." Silence followed, the kind that settles over a room like a heavy curtain. She didn't look up. The real climax wasn't in court. It was the meeting with HR. Brian and Rachel's affair broke company rules, especially charging expenses to corporate accounts. Anna had already submitted her evidence. I simply handed over mine. Both were fired within a week. Brian moved into a one-bedroom near the freeway. Rachel stayed with a friend living out of boxes. The mutual friends who once admired us stopped calling her. News travels fast in tight professional circles. Now here we were, divorce papers between us. She made one last attempt, her voice soft. We could work through this. Leaned back. Work requires trust. You destroyed that for free drinks and a sideshow. Her eyes glistened, maybe regret, maybe anger. I didn't care. I signed my name with deliberate, clean strokes. The sound of the pen scraping paper was the final nail. Afterward, I stepped out into the crisp evening air. The city lights seemed sharper, the air clearer. My phone buzzed. A message from Anna. Drinks. I smiled quietly. Not because I wanted her, not because I sought to replace anyone, but because some victories deserve to be celebrated by those who understand the true cost of patience. Justice isn't loud. It's quiet, precise, surgical, and it leaves just enough room for the guilty to realize they have cut their own throats. Ask ChatGPT.